What happens when the hero the world needs becomes the one the world hates? Today, we're diving deep into the Rising of the Shield Hero Season 1, Explained. This isn't your typical fantasy adventure. It's a dark, gritty isekai saga about betrayal, survival, and the rise of an unexpected champion. Our story begins with Naofumi Iwatani, a regular college student who finds himself ripped from his world and summoned into a fantasy kingdom. He's not just any visitor. He's one of the 4 legendary cardinal heroes, destined to save this world from apocalyptic events known as the Waves of Calamity. While the other 3 heroes receive the sword, the spear, and the bow, powerful offensive weapons, Myne is handed the legendary shield, a weapon that can't attack, can't deal damage, and is instantly labeled the weakest of the 4. Despite the setback, Naofumi is optimistic. He's ready to embrace his destiny and become a true hero. But his hope is about to be shattered in the cruelest way imaginable. On his very first day, Naofumi is assigned a companion, the beautiful Princess Myne. She acts friendly and helpful, earning his trust almost immediately. But it's all a lie. Overnight, she steals every coin he has, his gear, and even his clothes, leaving him with nothing but the shield bound to his arm. To make matters worse, she publicly accuses him of a heinous crime he didn't commit. In an instant, the entire kingdom turns against him. The king, the nobles, and even the other heroes brand him a criminal. He's ostracized, despised, and forbidden from receiving any help. This single act of betrayal transforms Naofumi. The naive, optimistic young man dies, and in his place, a cold, cynical survivor is born, fueled by rage and a burning desire for revenge. He vows to get stronger, not to save the world, but to spite it. Stripped of everything and utterly alone, Naofumi is forced to find unconventional ways to fight. Since he can't wield a weapon, he needs someone to be his sword. He visits a slave trader, and with the little money he can scrape together, buys a terrified, sickly demi-human girl named Raphtalia. The world expects him to be a monster, but instead, Naofumi shows her a strange kind of kindness. He feeds her, gives her medicine, and trains her to fight. He protects her from nightmares and treats her like a daughter. As he nurtures her, Raphtalia blossoms from a frightened child into a powerful and loyal swordswoman. She becomes his blade, his strength, and the first person to see the hero beneath his cold exterior. This unlikely pair forms the true Shield Hero party, a bond forged in shared pain and unwavering loyalty. Their partnership is tested almost immediately. The first wave of calamity strikes, unleashing swarms of monsters from the sky. While the other 3 heroes fight for glory in one location, Naofumi and Raphtalia rush to a remote village under siege. Despite being hated and scorned by the very people he's protecting, Naofumi uses his shield's defensive abilities to save every single villager. He single-handedly accomplishes what the other heroes couldn't. But does he get a hero's welcome? No. He's met with more suspicion and hatred. The kingdom refuses to acknowledge his victory, but it doesn't matter. Naofumi is getting stronger, and the world is starting to notice. His growing power doesn't go unchallenged. Motoyasu, the arrogant spear hero who's been manipulated by Myne, challenges Naofumi to a public duel. The fight is completely rigged. Myne secretly casts magic to help Motoyasu, ensuring Naofumi's humiliating defeat. As the crowd jeers and the king publicly shames him, Naofumi almost breaks. But then, in one of the most iconic scenes of the season, Raphtalia steps forward. She fiercely defends Naofumi, shouting the truth of his innocence and her unwavering belief in him. For the first time since the betrayal, Naofumi cries not from pain or humiliation, but from the overwhelming relief of knowing that someone finally truly sees him. Soon after, their small party grows again. Naofumi buys a monster egg that hatches into a cute, fluffy creature named Filo. But Filo isn't just a pet. She quickly grows into a filial queen, a powerful, intelligent, bird-like monster who can transform into a young girl. She is strong enough to pull a carriage at incredible speeds and fierce enough to hold her own in battle. With Raphtalia and Filo by his side, Naofumi no longer just has a party. He has a family. They travel the land, trading, fighting, and slowly rebuilding Naofumi's reputation, one good deed at a time. The true turning point comes during the second wave, as the four heroes struggle against an endless horde of monsters. A mysterious new enemy appears. A powerful woman named Glass arrives from another dimension, easily defeating the sword, spear, and bow heroes. She dismisses them as weak and pathetic. Then she turns her attention to Naofumi and declares, "You are the only one who poses a real threat." In that moment, everyone, the other heroes, the knights, the kingdom, is forced to confront a shocking truth. The hated, weakest shield hero is actually the strongest of them all. The final act sees the web of lies completely unravel. Through the intervention of the queen, who was away on a diplomatic mission, Myne and the king's conspiracy is exposed to the entire nation. Myne's false accusations, her manipulation, and the kingdom's corruption are all brought to light. Naofumi's name is finally cleared. The queen apologizes on behalf of the kingdom, and the people who once scorned him now look upon him with awe and respect. The shield hero, once an outcast, is finally recognized as the true savior he always was. Season 1 concludes with Naofumi, his name cleared and his party stronger than ever, preparing for the even greater threats to come. He's no longer just a hero by title. He is a leader who has earned the loyalty of his companions and the respect of the people. It's a powerful story of a man who was pushed to the absolute bottom, only to rise higher and stronger than anyone ever imagined. Thanks for watching our breakdown of the rising of the shield hero. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next one. Let me know in the comments which anime you want us to explain next. See you then.